Let's talk about May 2025 Visa Bulletin. Hello, my name is John and welcome. Some of you guys are waiting for your welcome letter and you are waiting for your interview appointment letter. You are not immediate relative. You are not a spouse of U.S. citizen or children under age of U.S. citizen. You are not parent of U.S. citizen. Therefore, you always check the visa bulletin to see if your priority date, which is the date your petition was filed, is current or not. So every month I do my best to show you how to read the chart, how to read the final action date chart, and also date for filing chart. So some of you guys who are new in the process, maybe you're thinking about petition for a relative or you already start. Well, we're going to go over the whole process, how it works, okay? If you already know the process, you can skip this part. But some of you guys who are new in the process, just pay attention to what I'm going to say. So if you are thinking about petition for a relative, the first thing you're going to do, like I always tell you guys, is to file the I-130 petition. So you're going to find the I-130 form on USCIS website. You can fill out the form online. So you fill it out, you add any supporting document, and also you pay a fee submitted to USCIS. So USCIS will go over your case, and if it's approved, they will send you I-797 to let you know that the case is approved. So if you are a U.S. citizen or you are a permanent resident, you can file the I-130 petition for your relative. Okay, when I say relative, I'm not talking about like your grandpa or your cousin, stuff like that. No, as a U.S. citizen, you can file I-130 petition for your siblings, your parent, your children, your spouse. As a permanent resident, you can file I-130 petition for your children and also your spouse. Okay, if the relative lives here, you can file the I-130 petition for them. But in case they live overseas, you still can file the I-130 petition for them as well. So if the relative, the beneficiary lives here, United States of America, once the case is approved by USCIS, that case will stay at USCIS and the beneficiary will adjust his or her status to become a permanent resident, okay? But in case the relative lives overseas, the case will move from USCIS to NVC, National Visa Center. Okay, so what's going to happen after that? Once your case moves to NVC National Visa Center, NVC will create a visa case, will key in all your data in the system, and then send you a welcome letter. In the welcome letter, you will see something called case number and also an invoice ID. Those are the credentials you're going to use to log into NVC system, okay? You cannot log into NVC system with your receipt number like you used to do when the case is at USCIS. You cannot check your status like that, I should say, okay? So once the case moves to NVC, you're going to need the case number, invoice ID to log into the system. So when you log into the system, what you're going to do, you're going to submit the document. When I say you, I'm talking about you, the beneficiary, and also the petitioner will submit some document to NVC, okay? And also the petitioner will pay fees. There is two fees you're going to pay once the case moves to NVC, the affidavit of support fee and also the immigrant visa fee. Once you pay those fees, NVC National Visa Center will review everything and then send you a notification that your case is documented to qualify or not. In case there's something missing, they will let you know, okay? Well, one thing you have to know is some of you guys who are not immediate relative, once your case is approved by USCIS, it's going to take time before you can receive your welcome letter. That's when you check the visa bulletin to see if your priority date is current. We're going to go over the visa bulletin of this month in a few minutes. But like I said, you know, if you are not immediate relative, or just be patient, you eventually going to get your welcome letter. Same thing with your interview appointment letter. If you are not immediate relative, it's going to take you time, a long time, before you receive your interview appointment letter compared to someone who is immediate relative. So once NVC send you a notification that your case is documented to qualify, the next phase is to wait for your interview appointment letter. So a lot of you guys are in that level right now where you're waiting for your interview appointment letter. Just be a little patient. I'm receiving messages every time. When will I receive my interview appointment letter? When my priority date will become current and all those stuff? You just have to be patient because before you receive your interview appointment letter, it will depend on different stuff, and I cover those in many videos, like your position in the queue, the embassy you're going to, how many visa applicants in that category. All those stuff are affected when you're going to receive your interview appointment letter. Okay, and then be mindful, don't let nobody come to you and tell you that, okay, he or she gonna help you get your interview appointment letter quicker. It's not possible. Okay, you just have to wait. In case you are in hardship or you're in life and death situation, what you have a chance to expedite your case. We even have an ebook on that, talk about that, how exactly you can expedite your case to speed up on the process to get your interview appointment letter quicker. That's the only way that I know so far. But don't count on somebody that will tell you that, okay, he or she knows somebody at the embassy and he's gonna, help you to get your interview appointment letter quicker. That's not true. Just be patient. As long as you submit all the required documents, NVC didn't ask for additional documents, you pay all the fees, you just have to wait until NVC schedule the interview appointment for you. NVC is the one that will not schedule the interview appointment for you. But the thing is, if there is no available spot at the U.S. consulate, NVC cannot schedule the interview. That's why some of you guys still waiting. So some of the embassy have a small capacity. Some of them can handle a lot of cases, okay? So it depends. If you go into the embassy that handle a lot of cases, chances are you'll get your interview appointment letter quicker than somebody who's going to the U.S. consulate that handle just some small cases, okay? If you're ready, let's go in front of my computer so I can show you May 2025 Visa Bulletin Board. Before we talk about that, if your spouse or your parent are preparing their immigrant visa interview, well, we have some ebooks that can help them with their interview questions. The links are in the description below. Now let's go back to the video. So guys, as you can see here, this is family sponsor preferences. That's the one we're gonna cover on this Visa Bulletin Board. So we're gonna cover the F1 category, which is unmarried sons and daughters of U.S. citizens. We have F2, which is split in F2A, F2B. The F2A is for spouses and children of permanent resident. And then F2B is unmarried sons and daughters 21 years of age or older of permanent resident. We got F3 category, which is for married sons and daughters of U.S. citizens. And then F4, which is brothers and sisters of adult U.S. citizens. So this is the category we're gonna cover. Now let's move to date for filing chart so I can show you the cutoff date and also how you're gonna read the charts. So guys, this is date for filing chart. We have F1 category, F2A, F2B, F3, and F4. Okay, and also on top over here, if you see here, you notice that we have different countries here: the Philippines, Mexico, India, China mainland born, and also there is a section here say all chargeability area except those listed. So what those mean? So basically, if you are from the Philippines, you the beneficiary is from the Philippines, this is where you're gonna pay attention at. Okay, if you're from Mexico, this is right here, India here, China mainland born here. If you're not from none of these countries, you're gonna pay attention this right here. Okay, this area right here. So let's say you're from Mexico. Okay, you're from Mexico, which is here, and you are in F1 category. This is F1 category right here. So this is the date you're gonna pay attention to. This is the cutoff date, which is April 1st, 2006. So now what you're gonna do with this date? So you're gonna compare your priority date with this cutoff date. Okay, so like I said, the priority date is the date your petition was filed. If you don't know, you can ask the petitioner. So you compare that date with this one. Let's say your priority date is January 1st, 2006, and the cutoff date is April 1st, 2006. So your priority date is current. So you should receive a notification, whether from USCIS or NVC, depending on the location of the beneficiary. Okay. But if the priority date, let's say, is November 1st, 2006, no, it's not current yet because the cutoff date, they stop right here. So you're going to wait till they reach the November 1st, 2006 before your priority date can become current. That's how you read the chart. You do the same thing for F2A, okay, F2B, F3. Let's say for F3, you in F3 category, you are not from China mainland born, you are not from India, you are not from Mexico, you are not from the Philippines. You're gonna pay attention to this area right here, which is on July 22nd, 2012. Okay, so if your cutoff date, your priority date, for example, is January 1st on 2012, it is current, you will receive a notification from those two agencies, USCIS or NVC. But if your priority date is, let's say, December 1st on 2012, it's not current yet. You just have to wait, because this is the cutoff date. This is where they stop at. You have to wait until they reach the December 1st, 2012, or maybe go over that date before your priority date can become current. Okay, that's how you read the chart. This chart here, the date for filing chart, is for some of you guys who are waiting for your welcome letter, or who are waiting to start your adjustment of status process. Okay, now let's cover final action day chart. So guys, this is the final action day chart. As you can see here, same visa categories: F1, F2A, F2B, F3, and F4. Same thing, just like I show you, we have the Philippines here, Mexico, India, China mainland born, and all chargeability area except those listed. That's this. You just read the chart the same way. I just show you how to read the date for filing chart. This chart is for some of you guys who are waiting for your interview appointment letter. And also, if you live here in the United States of America, if you are the beneficiary living here in the United States of America, this is the chart you're going to read when you're waiting for a decision to get your green card. Okay? So let's say you are in F2B category, you're from China mainland born. So the cutoff date here is July 22nd, 2016. Okay, so again, if your priority date is on January 1st on 2016, it is current because it comes before the cutoff date. So if your priority date comes after, it's not current yet. You have to wait till it reaches that point before you can say that it's current. Okay, once it's current, like I say, you're going to receive a notification from NVC or USCIS. Same thing for the rest of the category. You just pay attention to the visa category and also your country of origin. If you're not from none of these four countries, like I say, you're going to pay attention to this area right here, which is all chargeability area except those listed. Thanks for watching.